What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today I'm doing race picks for the 2024 Long John Silver's 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to the paperclip known as Martinsville Speedway, the half-mile short track. The last time we ran here at Martinsville, we saw Corey Heim pick up his first win of the 2023 season. He'll be looking to pick up his second win in 2024 and go back-to-back this weekend at Martinsville International Raceway. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking pretty promising. It's going to be 56 degrees at high with 35 degrees as low with a 0% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. It is definitely going to be really cold as the race progresses, and there probably will be an issue with rubber being laid down on the racetrack. There will also probably be a lot of long green flag runs in the race with the weather coming into play as well. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel for the Truck Series. I usually do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend, 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who need a good run, who I think are going to have a really good run this weekend under fun equipment, and I do my winners pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall, and I do the ones you need to watch out for, and for the Truck Series, and Xfinity Series especially, I usually do 4 drivers you need to watch out for. So anyways, let's now go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Long John Silver's 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 5 truck for Tricon Garage, Dean Thompson. Dean Thompson's been off to a really disappointing start in 2024. While he's had some races where he's shown some good pace and speed, he has been very inconsistent. In the last short track race, that being Bristol, a few weeks ago, he kind of struggled and was kind of off the pace and ran 25th to 30th a majority of the event. While Tricon's been pretty good on short tracks in recent years, I don't think Dean Thompson is going to have a good run this weekend at Martinsville. I think he will struggle this weekend, sadly, at Martinsville International Raceway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 43 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing, Daniel Dye. While Daniel Dye has been a little better so far in 2024 than he was last year, it hasn't been much better. And Daniel Dye did struggle a little bit at Bristol a couple weeks ago. Well, I think he potentially could qualify really well, because one thing that Daniel Dye has been strong at is qualifying. But his negativity has been during the races. He struggled a lot and has not had the performances to stay up front on a consistent basis. I think Daniel Dye is going to struggle in that area this weekend. I think he finishes outside the top 15 more than likely this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Long John Silver's 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Kaden Honeycut. Kaden Honeycut is a fantastic short track racer. In his debut at the time of Glory to God Racing, he ran into the top 20 at points in the race. He's going to be driving a Nice truck. While the Nice Motorsports trucks have been a little inconsistent so far this year, if there's anybody that can get the best out of equipment, it is definitely Kaden. I think Kaden is going to surprise a lot of people. Might be an underdog, maybe get the victory this weekend. If not, though, I think he definitely will have a really great chance and opportunity to get a top 10. I think he will be a solid performer, and I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to do really well with Nice Motorsports this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 66 truck for Thorsport Racing, Cam Waters. Cam Waters is going to be making his NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series debut this weekend at Martinsville International Raceway, and there's a lot of hype around his debut going into this weekend. He's a legend of the WGA Supercar Series, has 11 career wins up to this point, and is looking to win his first championship in that series. But he's going to be in a really strong and good truck this weekend. I think he's going to have a really good chance and opportunity to potentially get a top 10 or maybe even a top 15 at least, and maybe surprise a lot of people and contend for the win shockingly. We'll see how he ends up doing, but I think the Cam Waters will have a good performance this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the Long John Silver's 200. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Martinsville is the defending winner of the race in 2023, and the driver won last week at Circuit Americas, the driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. I think Corey Heim is going to pick up his second win of 2024. Corey Heim has not just been good to start this year, he's been absolutely amazing. In the 5 or 6 races we've ran so far in the Truck Series, his average finish is 3rd place and is currently the points leader at the moment. I think Corey Heim is going to win back-to-back races. He's a really good short track racer, and I think that Corey Heim will be able to pick up win number 2 of the 2024 season this weekend and go back-to-back at Martinsville International Raceway. And now we're going ahead and jump onto the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville. Who should you watch out for? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver to 71 truck for Spire Motorsports, Raja Karuf. Raja Karuf's been off to an incredible start in 2024. I know COTA did not go well for him, but prior to that, in the prior 4 or 5 races we ran, he had finishes inside the top 10 in every single race prior to Circuit of the Americas. I think he's going to get back on track of finishing inside the top 10. I think he'll have a really good chance and an opportunity to finish in the top 5 as well. I expect Raja Karuf to have some good pace and speed, and I certainly think he will be a threat and contender to potentially get win number 2 this weekend at Martinsville. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver of the 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith making the first of 4 starts scheduled for him in the Truck Series this year, and Sammy Smith is a great short track racer. Also, Sammy Smith has been very good at Martinsville in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And while the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series cars are way different, he's been good at this racetrack. I think Sammy Smith's going to be a threat. It would not surprise or shock if he does win his first career Truck Series race this weekend at Martinsville. I think he's going to be a serious threat, and I think he will be a contender to potentially get his first career Truck Series win this weekend at Martinsville International Raceway. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 98 truck for ThorSport Racing, Tai Maisel. Tai Maisel so far this year is the only ThorSport truck who consistently has been up front on a week-by-week basis, and we know how good of a short-track racer Tai Maisel is. I seriously do expect that Tai Maisel is going to be a serious threat and contender, and I do think the 98 team is going to do whatever they can to make sure they're up front contending for the victory. I think Tai Maisel will be a serious threat and contender to get it done this weekend at Martinsville. And the fourth and final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is going to be a little bit of a shocker, but it's a driver of the 38 truck for Firma Motorsports, Lane Riggs. Some are going to be shocked because Lane Riggs has completely struggled in 2024 on a consistent basis. But his best run was at a short track at Bristol where he ran top 10. In some of those races where he's finished bad, it's been due to bad luck. It's not like he's running 20th or 30th every single week. He's had good pace and speed in certain races. And I do believe that Lane Riggs will have a pretty solid and good performance this weekend with Firma Motorsports, and I think he could be a threat and contender to get his first career Truck Series win this weekend at Martinsville. So, those are our race picks for the Long John Silver's 200. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Dean Thompson, Daniel Dye. My underdog picks are Kaden Honeycut, Cam Waters. My winner's pick is Corey Heim. And the ones to watch out for Raja Karuf, Sammy Smith, Tai Maisel, and Lane Riggs. Those are my race picks. So that is going for the race picks video for the 2024 Long John Silver's 200 at Martinsville. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and we're on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your picks below for this weekend at Martinsville. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Martinsville. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have race picks for Xfinity and a news video dropping. Then Thursday, we're going to have race picks for Cup at Martinsville along with the paint scheme video. And then Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video dropping as well along with the Truck Series race review. And then Saturday, we're going to have the Xfinity Series race review and Sunday, the Cup review along with the starting lineup video and other videos dropping throughout the weekend. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.